Let's start with the DHEA, because some people ask, gee, how come you don't put DHEA in creams? Other people compound their DHEA into the creams. And the reason is that it turns out DHEA is just not well absorbed through the skin. Yeah, you can put DHEA in the cream, but unfortunately, that DHEA from the cream is not going to absorb well through the skin and is not going to get you an adequate drug level, and so it really turns into a placebo. And so we don't play those games. It doesn't work well in the cream, so we don't put it there. We only provide it as a capsule because as an oral capsule, it's very effective. DHEA is a hormone, and it's a bioidentical hormone, what we offer, but we really use it as a pre-hormone, or also called a prohormone. And the idea is that DHEA breaks down into estrogen and testosterone in the body. And in fact, it's completely converted to estrogen and testosterone within about 30 minutes of ingestion. So it won't really change your DHEA levels. That's not what we're after. What we're really after is to use it to increase your testosterone levels. So people sometimes ask, well, why don't you just use testosterone? And there's a couple reasons for that. One of the reasons is just practical. The type of telehealth that we do at Winona doesn't allow the use of controlled substances, and testosterone is a controlled substance. So legally, to do testosterone correctly, you really have to have an inpatient visit, and it can't be done through telehealth. And so that's sort of, a big reason why we don't offer testosterone. But the other thing is that testosterone is a little bit tricky, and it's very easy to overshoot and cause problems with testosterone. And it's the one hormone replacement drug that you really need to do levels to get it right. And that's the big advantage of DHEA. First of all, DHEA can be prescribed through telehealth, so that's, obviously important. But the other thing is that the amount of testosterone that it provides in reasonable doses of DHEA will not raise your testosterone levels beyond normal levels. Our goal is not to provide the type of testosterone replacement that bodybuilders use because there's a lot of risk involved in that. We really just want to get you back to the normal youthful levels of testosterone that you once made and your ovaries are no longer producing. And DHEA does a really nice job with that without going overboard. And so we don't have to worry about following drug levels. We don't have to worry about the types of side effects that are often associated with testosterone therapy. So that's DHEA, comes as a capsule. Now, if you go online, you're going to find some scary stuff about DHEA because DHEA is used in the bodybuilding community in really mega massive doses. And in fact, a lot of sports organizations ban DHEA. So if you're a competitive athlete and getting urine drug screened, before you take the DHEA, you want to check the rules because it may be a banned substance. We certainly don't want to get you in trouble. And the reason is it works. Now, the really mega high doses that people use, for instance, in the bodybuilding community, do have side effects. And so there's some scary stuff on the internet about side effects of DHEA. We generally prescribe DHEA as a 25 milligram capsule. I'll go up to 50 milligrams, but I really won't go beyond that. Because once you go beyond that, you really get into the larger doses that can cause side effects. And really now we're getting into testosterone levels that may not be completely safe. So at 25 to 50 milligrams, it's very safe. The other thing you'll see about DHEA on the internet is that there may be some sites that warn you don't take DHEA and estrogen at the same time. And there's a good reason for that. As I said earlier, DHEA gets broken down into estrogen and testosterone. So if you're taking hormone replacement therapy, if you're taking estrogen therapy and someone else is giving you DHEA, you could end up with too much estrogen. Because I'm prescribing both, I adjust the estrogen dose in a way that accounts for the contribution of estrogen from the DHEA. And so DHEA is safe to take with estrogen as long as the person that's prescribing it is taking that into account and making sure that the levels are safe. So DHEA is an important addition to your hormone replacement therapy because that's the way we get your testosterone in, and it's a nice convenient way because it's very safe, but it still works. And it does it without the normal side effects that we worry about with testosterone therapy.